The history of football. Football was first recorded in China in 3rd century BC, when army manuals described game that looked similar to football. To know history of football. Decathlon. Played between two slides of 11 players with a spherical ball, football is one of the most popular sports in the world. Like any other ball game, the objective of football is to outscore your opponents. A goal is scored when the entire ball crosses the goal line between the goalposts. A draw is when both teams score the same amount of goals during the allotted time. History books dictate that people have had plenty of good times in the field kicking a ball around for thousands of years, but not all those games are recognized now as what we consider football today. The earliest record of football was in China, as early as the 3rd century BC, where there are mentions of a game resembling football in military manuals. The Han Dynasty played a game called Tsu Chu, which involved kicking a ball through a 30-40 centimeters opening and into what we'd now see as a goal mix of canes with a net attached to it. Football's modern origins began in England more than 100 years ago, in 1863. Rugby football and association football, once the same thing, went their separate ways, and the Football Association, the first official governing body for the sport, was established. Records show that, in 1314, the Lord Mayor of London banned football in the city due to it causing chaos. Despite opposition for the game, football thrived in Britain from the 8th to 19th centuries. However, a standardized version of the game was still a rarity, as regional versions often gained favor. These different versions of the game were neatened up to eventually become association football, rugby football and Gaelic football, all of which contributed to the contemporary equivalent of the game we play today. Even though the official rules of modern football were dictated in 1863 when the Football Association was established, the specifications of the ball were not standardized for another 8 years. 8 years after it was founded, the Football Association had established 50 member clubs. That's when, in 1872, the FA Cup was born, with the first championship in the works by 1888. The Fédération Internationale de Football Association, FIFA, was established in Paris in 1904. Its founding members included Belgium, France, Denmark, the Netherlands, Spain, Sweden and Switzerland. By the 1950s, after the Second World War, there were more than 73 FIFA members. The history of football in India can be traced back to the pre-independent period when the British people brought the game to the subcontinent. In India, the first football game was organized between Calcutta Club of Civilians and the Gentlemen of Barrackpore in 1854. The first football club of India, named Calcutta FC, was founded in 1872. Dalhousie Club, Traders Club and Naval Volunteers Club were also established in the following years. Women's football in India was administered by the Women's Football Federation of India, WFFI, until the early 1990s when the AIFF took over the administration of women's soccer in the country. Just like the men's game, the women's game had its early pioneers from the state of West Bengal. Though numerous rules play part in a game of football, but if you want to know how to play the game in simple theory, it's this. Outfield players move the ball with any part of the body except their hands or arms, whilst the ball is in play. Only the goalkeeper can use their hands, and this is only in their penalty area. When the ball goes out of play at either side of the pitch, an opposing player from the side which did not put the ball out of play can throw the ball back into play using their hands. Both feet must remain on the floor behind the throw line. Both hands must remain on the ball until it is released from behind the thrower's head. A match consists of two 45-minute periods known as the first and second half. In some instances, extra time can be played, two 15-minute periods. Adult pitch range from 100 to 110 yards in length and 70 to 80 yards in width. A rectangular goal is in the middle of each goal line. A goal consists of two goalposts and a crossbar. Posts are 8 yards apart. The posts are 8 feet high and the nets are placed behind each goal and are attached to the posts and crossbars. It's often said that footballers are at their peak between the ages of 27 and 29, and World Cup stats provide a startling confirmation. Historically, the perfect age to be a player in the World Cup is 27.5. Men's Olympic football has a longer history than the FIFA World Cup, as it has been played at every game since Paris 1900, with the sole exception of Los Angeles 1932. The women's competition was added at the Atlanta 1996 games. Football involves a lot of running around the field with the ball, which is why the players also don't require sporting much gear to play the game. But here are a few essentials you'll require whether you are a pro or just exploring your interest in sports. Have a look. Buying a football jersey isn't rocket science, but it's still better for the players to think through what they are buying. After all, the wrong jersey can impact a player's performance negatively if it's the wrong fit or lacks freedom of movement. The most important aspect of choosing a football jersey is that it fits your body correctly. You can wear the most advanced, high-tech jersey in the world, but if it's too tight, or slides around on your body, it won't do you any good. This Traxium football shirt is designed for use in training and matches up to 3 times a week. With providing great freedom of movement, braking resistance and moisture management, it is perfect for easy dressing. What's more, it dries quickly and imparts good air circulation to ensure you stay dry when you sprint. Football clothing has been purchased by a lot of people who love this beautiful game. You have your jersey you love, but you need something to put on your waist too. Similarly, you want your shorts to provide you with easy and quick movement while not restricting your legs in any way, since most of the action is done by those. No one wants to feel weighed down by their attire when they are running around playing football. To go with your football jersey, these adult 3-in-1 football shorts Traxium are the ideal choice. Great for training, these match up to 3 times a week. The inverted seams and soft fabric prevents chafing. The wide elasticated waistband with drawstring and close-fitting undershorts offers a great deal of stability. You need to cover the foot to allow a player to run on a pitch and kick a ball. Trainers don't quite cut it if you want to run fast without slipping on wet grass, and you want to turn quickly without skidding sideways. Studs on the base of football boots can help this. The hard buttons that protrude from the base of the shoe are shaped in such a way that they grip the ground each time a player takes a step, but the player can also move on quickly without having to consciously retract the boot from the ground. Designed for intermediate female footballers, these football boots Agility 500 FG have versatile round studs that provide a good grip even on dry pitches. The insole comes with cushioning on the heel and the forefoot for fitting comfort. The Agility 900 Mesh Mid FG men's football boots are versatile enough to play on both grass and artificial dry pitches. With increased foot support using 2 lace loops on either side and an easy-to-put-on design using the 2-section liner with straps ensure the perfect fit. As one of the world's most hands-on sports, football players must keep their hands free of injury. With some players being more susceptible to hand injuries than others, gloves are a must for the goalkeepers in a football game. Skill players often wear gloves to help catch and hold onto the ball, whereas linemen usually wear gloves to protect themselves from bruising and scratching. These F500 resist gloves are designed for goalkeepers who have a good mastery of most technical skills, diving and catching. Effective and durable, they are developed with a palm covered with high-grade quality latex. Now that you're sorted with your football essentials, you'll need a bag to carry all of these to and fro training. The most important criteria when choosing a bag is to decide the size first. Everything else comes later. We have a few options for you that'll keep you covered on the storing part of your football gears. This backpack with a separate boot pocket and laptop compartment, keeping the central compartment for your football kit, is one of the most common choices. With adjustable volume from 25 to 27 liters, this cabin-sized bag has been cut in water-resistant fabric to protect your items from the weather. This 35-liter backpack is the epitome of style when it comes to carrying your football gear. With 9 pockets including 5 main pockets and 4 smaller ones, its durable fabric holds up well to everyday use. The shoulder straps and back are padded for extra comfort too. This football kit bag away is a duffel bag that can also be converted into a backpack to make your trips around town easier. Looking for a bag with lots of compartments? This one is created with 6 pockets, including 1 for boots, 1 central pocket, and 4 for smaller items. It has a volume of 50 liters and is the perfect ally for your daily travels. Choosing a football ball sounds like a simple task until you discover the many options available. With different materials, sizes and types, purchasing a soccer ball can be daunting. Soccer balls come in 4 sizes, and the size best suited for you usually depends on your age. Size 1. Mini footballs or skill balls that are used to improve footwork. Size 3. The smallest official ball and used during matches for children under the age of 8. Size 4. This is used during matches for children between the ages of 8-12. Size 5. The largest official ball and standard for all players above the age of 12. Here are a few options that'll help you narrow down your choices. Check them out. With lasting air retention guaranteed to keep ball pressure for longer thanks to butyl at latex bladder, this size 4 ball is a good quality starter option. Learning to kick a ball and get it off the ground is not as easy as it looks, which is why this ball is created 15% lighter than traditional balls. Size 5. This football ball is designed for footballers looking for an excellent balance between durability, comfort, and game experience. The F550 ball comes with a thicker outer material to increase the ball's lifespan. The 24-panel design also improves stability. The bottom line. Now, whether you are a beginner or a professional football player, getting football clothing that includes jerseys, shorts, socks, etc., makes complete sense. Decathlon is the perfect one-stop destination for all your quality sports goods. It provides people across the world by developing innovative and affordably priced football gear and equipment.